Have you ever wondered what the very first humans ate before they discovered fire? Today, cooking is such a normal part of life that it's almost impossible to imagine eating every meal completely raw. We boil, fry, roast, bake, and grill our food without even thinking about it. But for hundreds of thousands of years, our ancestors had no campfires, no kitchens, no pots, and certainly no stoves. Yet they survived in one of the harshest worlds imaginable. Imagine waking up in a world where breakfast isn't waiting on a table. Instead, every single meal must be found, hunted, or gathered before the sun goes down. Every day is a challenge, and every bite of food could mean the difference between life and death. Long before civilization existed, humans lived in forests, grasslands, mountains, and river valleys. They moved constantly, following animals, searching for water, and looking for anything edible. There were no farms, no supermarkets, and no stored food. Nature was both their provider and their greatest enemy. The first humans survived by becoming expert observers. They learned which trees produced safe fruit, which plants were poisonous, and where edible roots could be found beneath the ground. This knowledge wasn't written in books, it was passed from one generation to another through experience. A single mistake could be deadly. Wild fruits were among the easiest foods to collect. During the right seasons, trees produced sweet berries, figs, and other fruits filled with natural sugars that provided quick energy. However, fruit wasn't available all year long. When the seasons changed, people had to find other sources of food. Nuts and seeds were another important resource. They contained healthy fats and proteins that helped people survive during difficult times. Some nuts had extremely hard shells, so early humans used stones to crack them open. Archaeologists have discovered ancient stone tools with marks showing they were used for breaking nuts thousands of years ago. Roots and underground tubers were also valuable foods. Using sharpened sticks or simple digging tools made from wood and stone, people searched beneath the soil for edible plants. Many of these roots were tough and difficult to chew, but they provided enough nutrition to keep people alive when other food was scarce. Of course, hunting was one of the greatest challenges. Without bows, arrows, or metal weapons, early humans relied on sharpened wooden spears and sharp stone tools. Hunting large animals was dangerous. A single mistake could lead to serious injury or death. Because of this, they often hunted smaller animals, such as rabbits, birds, turtles, and reptiles whenever possible. Many scientists also believe that early humans were skilled scavengers. Instead of always killing large animals themselves, they sometimes waited until lions, hyenas, or other predators finished eating. After the predators left, humans carefully approached the carcass and cut away the remaining meat using sharp stone flakes. It may sound unpleasant today, but in the prehistoric world, every source of food mattered. Raw meat was very different from the cooked meat we eat today. It was tougher, harder to chew, and carried a greater risk of parasites and harmful bacteria. Even so, early humans had little choice. Their powerful jaws and strong teeth helped them tear and chew meat that would seem nearly impossible for many modern people to eat comfortably. Fish also became an important source of food wherever rivers, lakes, or coastlines were available. People caught fish with their bare hands, trapped them in shallow water, or used simple wooden spears. Shellfish, crabs, mussels, and oysters were easier to collect because they often stayed in one place along the shoreline. One of the sweetest discoveries in prehistoric life was wild honey. Honey provided an incredible amount of energy because it is rich in natural sugar. However, collecting it was extremely dangerous. Climbers risked painful bee stings while reaching high into trees or rocky cliffs to remove honeycombs. Insects may not sound delicious today, but they were an important food source for ancient humans. Termites, ants, beetle larvae, and other insects contained large amounts of protein and healthy fats. Even today, billions of people around the world regularly eat insects as part of their traditional diets. Water was just as important as food. Early humans drank from rivers, lakes, streams, and natural springs. Unlike today, they had no way to purify water by boiling it. Finding clean water was often a matter of survival. Life before fire wasn't only about finding food. Chewing raw plants and raw meat required strong jaws and healthy teeth. Meals took much longer to eat because the food was tougher. Digestion also required more energy, meaning people gained fewer calories from many of the foods they consumed. Then, everything changed. At some point in human history, our ancestors learned not only how to control fire, but also how to use it for cooking. This discovery transformed human life forever. Meat became softer and easier to chew. Roots that were once nearly impossible to eat became tender and digestible. Heat destroyed many dangerous bacteria and parasites hiding inside food. Cooking also allowed humans to obtain more energy from the same amount of food. Many scientists believe this extra energy helped support the growth of larger human brains over hundreds of thousands of years. With more energy available, people could spend less time chewing and digesting food and more time making tools, communicating, exploring, and eventually building societies. Fire also provided warmth during cold nights, protection against dangerous predators, and light after sunset. Families gathered around campfires to share food, tell stories, teach children, and strengthen social bonds. In many ways, the discovery of fire helped shape the human civilization we know today. It's fascinating to realize that every cooked meal we enjoy has roots stretching back hundreds of thousands of years. The next time you prepare dinner or sit down to eat with your family, remember that our ancestors once survived in a world where every meal was raw, every hunt was dangerous, and every day demanded courage, intelligence, and teamwork. Without modern technology, without farms, and without fire, they adapted to one of the harshest environments on Earth. Their ability to observe nature, solve problems, and work together eventually led to one of humanity's greatest discoveries, the power of fire. And perhaps that's the most remarkable part of our story. The journey from eating raw berries in the wilderness to cooking meals in modern kitchens wasn't just about food. It was the beginning of the incredible human adventure that continues even today.